Good morning.
Contentment brings joy. Self-discipline,
Good morning.
self-study.
Success with connection, Tim.
Excellent. Thank you, Peter. Mhm.
Brings health.
Good morning, all. Thanks very much for joining. We're going to set up this morning in Supta Baddha Konasana on a bolster, the posture of life, the way we normally do. We'll spend a little more time this morning in this posture, so go ahead and get yourself settled and comfortable. Good idea to have something to prop up your knees. Really broaden across the collarbones and let the chest puff out. If you have any tension in the low back, try straightening the legs one at a time. Just kind of lengthen each leg individually. Let the hips wiggle down into the mat and then come back to your bound angle position. Let the eyes close gently. Begin to touch into the rhythm of the breath as it is for your body this morning. If you've just joined us, we're setting up in the posture of life. We'll be here for the first 10 or so minutes of this morning's class. The roster looks to me like mostly regulars this morning, so I plan and hope to do less instruction. We're gonna slow it down today. Spend more time in each pose, more time touching into the breath. More time letting the body adjust the posture before we go to our full expression. So give yourself time this morning. Begin to feel yourself heavily weighted to the earth, grounding firmly. Just letting go. For a moment, try taking a very large breath in, let the belly puff out like a balloon. Hold it briefly, then let it go through the nose. Just another 5 or so minutes here. And just take a moment to check in to see if you're attempting to control the breath. If so, just let go and see what happens. See what the natural rhythm is for your body this morning. If it's shallow, so be it. We'll be working it significantly through the practice, so that might change. For now, just let go. Check in with the muscles of the face, see if there's any tension there. If so, allow yourself a gentle smile. Before we begin to move out of this posture, take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a complete exhale through the nose. Then slowly bring the knees up. Position the feet about hips width. And come up into a bridge pose, just a gentle bridge pose, lifting the hips. Inhale up. Then exhale, lower back down. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. Next time we come up, hold. And you choose how strongly to press up through the hip bones, squeezing the glutes. Free the breath here. Smooth inhale and exhale. And then slowly lower. And turn on to one side, using the hands to press you up. And take a moment to situate your props so that your blocks and your blanket are nearby. We'll use them again later in the practice. And when you're ready, come to standing. So as I said, I'd like to slow things down a little bit this morning, spend more time in the postures. But before we do that, let's do our typical breath preparation. I really hate to skip this part. It's become such a staple in my practice, and I really feel like it helps to open the pathways of breath. So active inhales and exhales. Inhale, inhale, inhale. As you fill with breath, let the shoulders come up to the ears and roll back down, puff out the chest, bring the heart up to the chin and hold very briefly, and then through the mouth now, as you curl over, blow out 7, 8 times. This time, engaging Uddiyana Bandha, so a strong lift of the low belly, round the spine. And again, it's a brief hold. There's no need to force the hold here. Come on up when you're ready. Take a moment just to free the breath. Again, inhale, inhale, inhale. So we're engaging the chin lock, Jalandhara Bandha, squeezing the sitting bones toward each other, lifting the pelvic floor. The belly can be free here. Hold very briefly and let it all out. Round the spine and suspend the breath. When it's right for you, rolling up on an inhale. Take a rest in the breath. And one more time, inhale, inhale, inhale. Your largest breath here, you might wiggle up out of the waist. Pause. And blow. All the breath. And you'll know when it's right to let go. Come on out. Feet under the hips, a long spine. Here's clear your mind, alternate nostril Kapalabhati. Release the hand, inhale, inhale, inhale some more. And low. Slowly rise up. Take a moment to settle. Let's try your non-dominant hand. Now for me, it's my left hand, alternate nostril Kapalabhati. least stay here. Inhale. Inhale. Inhale some more. And go to the opposite extreme, complete emptiness. And seal up. When you're ready, come on up. And bring your feet wide, toes turned out. So instead of slow Bhastrika today, we're going to do the squatting Bhastrika we used to do at the beginning of the vinyasa classes. So inhale, squat down. So the knees track over the midline of the feet. Make sure you have good stable alignment here. If your balance is affected at all, eyes open, you might even use the wall, suppress against the wall. Inhale, reach through your 10 fingers. Exhale, pull yourself up. Inhale, squat. Exhale, straighten the legs. Pull down fists. Sounding breath in and out. And sliding on your wall is not practical. You just pull yourself away, but keep the eyes open, fixed on a point somewhere on the floor in front of you. Slow rhythm here. And adjust the alignment of the feet, the knees, the hips, so there's a comfortable glide in all of the joints. The next time you exhale, come back to your standing posture. And if I didn't mention it before, it's good to have a wall nearby to practice. If you don't have a wall, a door frame, or even a folding chair will work with a lot of the things that we're doing today. So give yourself the opportunity to have support where you need it. Here we're just going to start with simple practice. So starting with the right hand, left, right breathing. Left hand can be free. The eyes can be open or closed at this point. And just check in with your alignment as you breathe. See that your grounding is stable. Right, lift and spread the toes. And feel as though you could balance yourself with very little effort, very little engagement of the muscles, of the legs, of the core. So you check in. Do a quick scan from bottom to top to see where there's holding. See where the muscles are firing to keep yourself balanced. And you might spread your feet a little wider to see if you can achieve a place of relaxation. Now allow the eyes to open gently so you have a soft gaze. We'll take this into a flushing breath. On your next inhale, lift the right elbow, lift the chin. Switch, and as you exhale, lower the chin to the chest so you keep the heart lifted, the spine long. Inhale up. Exhale, drop down. 3 or 4 more times like that. The next time you lift your right elbow, hold there. Find a point on the ceiling to gaze at as you alternate the nostrils, alternating the breath. And on your next exhale, drop the chin down. Gaze now at a point on the floor in front of you. Then begin to open the left side of the neck. So drop the chin to the right shoulder, or the ear to the shoulder. Might play around with that articulation of the skull to see where you get the sweetest opening in the left side of the neck. And just hold there gently. As you continue breathing, left, right. On your next inhale now, lift the right elbow and press the left palm toward the earth. So you're really opening the right side body, you're gazing up now. Still alternating the nostrils. If you're stable here, you might shift the hips to the right. Again, if balance is a challenge this morning, the wall is there to support you. A lot of these poses can be done with the assistance of the wall, and sometimes the wall can even bring you to a deeper place. So for this one, you would press your right hip bone into the wall. Now we're going to arc over the other way. So as you drop the right elbow, the left hand comes up and over for a half moon. If you're at the wall, you simply spin around, and now it's the left hip that's pressing into the wall. Feet are typically close together in these postures, but do what's right for your body. Give yourself stability here. Right elbow can point down and you can gaze down. And check in just to see that you're not collapsing forward. You want to spin that left shoulder back. We'll take this now into a wrap twist. So the left arm comes behind. Even if you're at the wall, you can simply draw yourself slightly away from the wall. The left arm wraps around the low body, on the low back. You spin to the left. Still alternating the nostrils. You're gazing now over your left shoulder. Doesn't have to be your deepest twist. Twist so that the breath is still free. Stay in your twist, but turn your head over the right shoulder. Right elbow comes out. You get this long line drawing open across the collarbones. And then slowly come back to center. Shake everything out. Shake the hands, shake the feet. Reset here. Back to your firm, stable standing posture. And pick up left-right breathing with the left hand now. Right hand is relaxed. Do a quick scan, especially of the low body, to see that you're not holding any tension to keep your balance. If so, situate your stance so that you can be relaxed. A few rounds of flushing breath. If you want to switch things up here, this time we can lift the chin and the elbow on the exhale. Inhale to drop the chin. Switch nostrils. Exhale to lift the chin. Inhale down. Switch. Exhale up. Three more times. Next time you lift the chin and elbow, hold here. Not holding the breath, we're still alternating the breath. And then go to the opposite, drop the chin into the chest. Left, right breathing here, pause for a moment. Breath flowing. And now dropping the left ear to the shoulder or the chin to the shoulder, opening the right side of the neck. And notice if there's less or more tension on the right side than the left side. Again, go for that sweet opening, not straining, not pulling, just finding the angle of the head that gives you the sensation you need. Coming down to the left side body opener. So you can start, if you like, by pressing the right palm firmly down toward the earth. Lift the left elbow, look up. Freestanding or at the wall. Really start to draw open from the left elbow down to the left hip. Feel that opening continuing. So you start where your body wants to be. And you check in every so often to see if there's more opening to be had without straining. For right side body opener, now we shift the hips across center and over to the right. Drop the left elbow and lift the right hand up and over for a half moon. See that you're not collapsing in the front body, but rolling the right shoulder back. Right hip presses out to the right. And here comes the wrap twist. Right hand comes around the low back. Turn your gaze over the right shoulder, twisting to the right. And doubling the twist, the left elbow comes around. So now you're gazing over your left shoulder. Right shoulder still spinning to the right. And slowly unwind. Shake everything out. Let's take a moment here for some tapping and humming. So we're going to tap over the eyebrows, in front of the ears, just directly over the cheekbones, and then the bridge of the nose. So we'll tap and hum on the exhale and tap on the inhale. So take in a breath. Tap and hum. Tapping over the eyebrows. Keep the tapping going on the inhale. Then tapping in front of the ears as you exhale and hum. Keep tapping on the inhale. Switch your tapping now to the cheekbones, right under the eyes as you hum and exhale. Tapping on the inhale. And switch to either side of the bridge of the nose as you exhale and hum. Keep tapping on the inhale. And release. Shake the hands out. I'd like to come into Malasana now. So choices, you always have choices. You can glide yourself down the wall using the wall for support as you bring the hands together in prayer pose. The elbows inside the knees and really round the back body. So you're drawing the chin to the chest, breathing into the back body, alternating left, right breathing with the thumbs. If the wall is not available to you, or if you want to try the chair can be used for stability, only you have to switch to one-handed alternate nostril breathing. Either way, you should be able to get a beautiful opening in the back body and really start to breathe into the back of the lungs. Spreading open the shoulder blades, spreading open the back, ribs. I'd like to take this into an inversion. So instead of lifting the torso, try putting one hand down, continue alternate nostril breathing with your non-dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, put the right fingertips down and alternate the breath with the left hand. And then lift the sitting bones. You're gliding the sitting bones up the wall if you're at the wall. And you'll have to switch, or you'll want to switch the position of the feet so that they're fairly wide, maybe not at Prasarita pose, but fairly wide and toes turned in a little bit. If the floor is a long reach for you in this pose, you can try a block or the chair. So one hand for stability, one hand alternating the breathing. And we're just trying to get the head slightly below the heart here. You can keep the knees bent. This is a strain on your legs. Otherwise, you might want to go wide to more of a Prasarita pose. If you're not at the wall, you can have your eyes open to steady your balance. We're going to stay in this pose, but we're going to switch hands. You might want to give the legs a rest by bending the knees. Put the left hand down. Switch to alternating the nostrils with the right hand. Let the head drape toward the earth. Let go of left-right breathing for a moment. Bring both hands down for stability and slowly rise up. Start bent knees. You can walk your hands up the chair. Let's turn around now toward the wall. This is one of my favorite poses. I'm so glad that Tom turned me on to this. So, foot to wall pose. I forget if there's a Sanskrit name for this one. I should have looked it up. But start with your left foot on the wall, left knee bent. Position your right foot so that if you wanted to, you could go to a straight left leg and have a nice, straight, long spine. Use the left hand now to pick up alternate nostril breathing again. You can use your right hand to check in with the right thigh, make sure it's fully engaged. We're going to be here long enough to do rings and folds with the right hand. So if you've been enjoying those hand exercises that Tom's been doing, steady yourself, smooth out the breath, and then rings first with the right hand, and we'll ripple through the fingers. So on your exhale, switch. Go to the third finger. The fourth finger. The fifth finger. Before we go to folds, open the hand wide and then squeeze up a tight fist. Release and shake it out. And now fold. So the thumb folds in, the index finger. And you switch on the exhale. Once you've gotten through all 5 fingers, shake out the hand, spread out the fingers wide, clench a tight fist, and let it go. I will switch the feet. So now the right foot comes to the wall. Start with a bent knee, pick up left-right breathing with the right hand. The left hand rings. Switching on the exhale. When you're ready, before you go to folds, open, clench, left hand, shake it out, and fold in the index finger with the thumb. And ripple through the fingers, switching on the exhale. Made it through all the fingers. Open and clench, shake out the hand. We're going to take this into a three-legged dog at the wall. So continuing left-right breathing with the right hand. The left hand comes to the wall and you position yourself like an L. So straight legs if you can. And I like to turn my heels out a little bit, gives me a little freedom in the pelvis so that I can try to achieve a straight low back here. Stay here and just bend the knees. See if you can get to a point where you're feeling an opening in the back of the calves just before the heels lift. Still pressing firmly into the wall, pressing the left sitting bone away from the wall. And then come back to straight legs. Look at the wall and switch hands. Look back down and pick up left-right breathing with the left hand. Straight legs, straight back, pressing the right palm into the wall and the right sitting bone away from the wall. Might lift the kneecaps here, gauge the quads. And again, try bent knees. And then go to straight legs. Look at the wall and walk yourself up. Now we're going to hit the floor for the last few minutes of class. Recommend using a blanket or a pillow. You have choices here. I'd like to turn us upside down briefly. So legs on the wall. legs in the air, or even a half shoulder stand. If you're gonna do a half shoulder stand, I highly recommend a firm lift of the shoulders off the mat. You'll let go of left-right breathing. However, if you're in legs on the wall and you choose to continue left-right breathing, that's fine. So on half shoulder stand, the cushion under the shoulders, but not under the head. We're pressing the back of the head into the floor to retain the natural curvature of the neck, of the cervical spine. And the legs are out at an angle, 45-degree angle or so, not straight up like full shoulder stand. Smoothing out the breath here. G. Another few minutes in your inversion. We have just under 5 minutes left. You're welcome to stay in legs in the air or legs on the wall. If you're in half shoulder stand, I recommend that you come down and do a little bit of a front body opener. You might simply kneel and look up and open. You might decide to come into a half camel on each side. Take a few minutes to get yourself situated and either stay in one of the inversion poses or come down into a resting pose on your back, or even kneeling or sitting comfortably for the final moment. Just let go here. Let go of left-right breathing. Let go of any tension being held. Return back to that natural rhythm of breath that we experienced at the opening pose. See if it's different. If you're still holding a strong posture, give yourself the last minute or so just relaxation. So bring yourself to a posture where there's no holding, just letting go. Allow the muscles of the face to relax. Hands, the arms, shoulders, chest, all letting go. Thank you, dear friends, for joining me this morning. May all beings be safe. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be liberated. If you'd like, join me in extending out those intentions on the loving vibration of Om. Take a breath. Peace. Namaste.
No.